Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mr. Guy on Board Game Geek, bringing you episode 3 of my second playthrough of Darkest Night 2.0, the beta version. It's not the final version, the board's just paper instead of mounted, and I don't have the miniatures, just the cool tokens now. I think the final game will come with these awesome player tokens in case you didn't get the miniatures, but still, everything is prototype here. Again, just want to remind everybody, not all the card art is in place, etc., but I think the game is pretty whole, and it's very playable. It's fantastically playable, so we're going to get right to it. I'm doing a lot of filming back-to-back, so if I made a few errors and didn't catch them, then I won't be able to fix them, because I usually catch those in editing. But I think we're okay. It looks like we're doing all right as far as things of that are concerned. Now, we are in a spot of trouble. Our Acolyte took some risks. He's here in the village with the Necromancer himself, and he's in a spot of trouble because when he draws his event card, he is instead going to have to encounter the Necromancer, and he really doesn't have a way to do much about him. He cannot roll a 7, so he can't fight him. He just has to evade him, which is going to be a 6, so he could take another grace. His turn's going to be very short and interesting. So on that note, we're going to do our player's turn right now, and then we're going to start with our Acolyte. And I am diving right in, so here is the Acolyte. Boom, right there, that's him. He's got a really cool token there. Now he's not going to draw an event card because he is at 0 secrecy, which means here's what happens. I'm going to show you on the back of all the player cards. There's a turn order. So we're going to lose secrecy if the Necromancer is present. We're already at 0, so we don't have to do that. But next, it says for our event, if we're in the monastery, we skip it. If the Necromancer is present and your secrecy is 0, you must combat the Necromancer. Again, strength 7, can't roll a 7 on a 6-sided dice, you need bonuses, or a 6 evasion. So we're going to have to try and evade him, and that's just going to be a pure luck thing, because we don't have any abilities or anything that allows us to do that. So let's see what happens. We failed to evade him, which means we lose a grace. That puts our Acolyte down at 1. That is really bad. But that's going to be his event turn instead. So we're going to take his turn now, and he's going to run away. He's not going to stay in the village. He, in fact, is going to flee to the monastery, and that's going to be his entire turn. Now, when he is at the monastery, he's going to get to pray or meditate. He can do a whole bunch of things there, like get a spark for meditating. We haven't talked about sparks because we really haven't gotten any yet, but that is going to be, unfortunately, his entire turn. Okay. Well, let's move on. I think let's move on to our Mercenary. The Mercenary is up here in the mountains where he's got 3 blights facing him, and we got to take care of those because he's got 2 shades there. He's going to have to deal with them both if he doesn't succeed at getting rid of them. Now, what are we going to do? First, we're going to draw his event card, which I have in hand. It is the Electrical Storm. It says, roll 3 dice, then pick and resolve 2. Well, we could gain a spark, we could exhaust power, a lot of good things and bad things, a mix of good things and bad things. Let's see what we get. So we're going to roll 3 dice. We got a 6, 5, and a 4, so all the good stuff, except for 1. We get the resolve 2, so we're going to get good stuff. Well, the 6. The 6 is good. We're going to gain a spark token. Sparks can be used for a variety of things. We'll cover those as we play, but this is a spark token. I am putting it on the Mercenary's character sheet, and then we're going to have to exhaust a power if possible. He can. Okay, here he is. So he can exhaust one of these powers. His Spoils of War is exhaust and destroy a blight to gain a treasure chest. No, I think we're going to exhaust his determination. It says when you fail an attack or quest roll, gain 2 sparks. That's really good, but we'll exhaust that for now because he's going to want to use his other ones to actually fight. Okay, let's do that. We're going to get rid of this card now. That is over, and now we're going to take the Mercenary's actual turn. So the question is going to be, he's going to take out one of these shades if possible. He can't use any bonuses, so he can't use, actually his Spoils of War he can't use. He probably should have, well, both of his things are bonuses, so he's not going to get to use bonuses because of the corruption that's in the mountains. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this blight here. It says corruption, no bonuses. And if I fail to destroy it, I exhaust all powers. So a bonus would be like his Spoils of War. Exhaust after you destroy a blight to gain a treasure chest. You may only use one war power for each blight you destroy. That he can't do because, see, he exhausted his other one, his determination, which was this one. That's exhausted right now. So he's got his military tactics to fight with 2 dice. He could spend his spark to get 3. That will help ensure that we kill it. We do need to kill it. So first off, he'll lose a secrecy. That's going to put him down to 1. Do I really want to do that? I want the Necromancer to go somewhere else. Well, the Mesmer can still use the blinding black ability on the Necromancer if need be. So, or the Acolyte rather. So he is going to spend his spark, so we get 3 dice to try and kill this blight. We need a 5. Oh man, just barely got it. So we did succeed. We destroyed the blight. We got rid of one of these shades. That is good. But that is going to end his turn. Now the problem for the Mercenary is there is another one there. So we're going to have to fight or evade. Well, his military style is a tactic. He can just keep doing it. So he's going to fight it. He needs a 3 to fight it or a 5 to evade. So if he succeeds with a 3, he doesn't take any damage. Well, he got a 4 and a 2, so he did succeed. So he takes no further damage from that. That's good. And that is going to end his turn. Okay. Well, that was a pretty good turn for him. He destroyed a blight and did not get hurt by the other shades that were there. Next turn, though, he's probably going to have to move out. Okay, next up, let's go to our ranger. Okay, our ranger is down here in the forest with this these tricksters' quest, and basically it says, some imps have stumbled upon resistance operations and are causing mischief and disruption. Lead them away before they attract the attention of the Necromancer's minions. So we don't want this to expire. It takes a total of 4 turns. We already have 1 turn against us. We need 2 successes. So we can have them dodge us and chase us through the forest. But first, of course, we have to draw his events. I don't want to forget that. Now he draws 2 here, and we're going to take the toughest of the 2. Well, they're both 3s. So that's not too bad. We got a call to action, gain a spark, draw a quest, and roll 1 die. We're probably taking this one, because I don't want to fight Bargests. So we'll just do that. We're going to do this one. So it says first, take a spark. Thank you. I like sparks. Sparks are good. There's the spark token. And that goes on our ranger's character sheet. And then we get to draw a quest and roll 1 die to determine its location. So we're going to get the quest deck out. Let me get that. Okay, there's the quest deck. I'm just going to cut it and see what we get. Boom. Night Terrors. Okay, so we get Night Terrors quest. It says roll 1 die. We get a success for each die that rolls a 3+. If we complete it, we get a Soothing Leer. That's an item, which I'll show you what it does if we get it. And if it expires, each hero draws an event card. We got to definitely get this one done. But we only need 1 success. An unseen menace is stalking the townsfolk under the cover of night. Unravel its secrets and let the good people rest easy. Okay. Now we're going to determine where that is. So we're going to roll a die. And we'll just take the die right there and see what we get. So it is going into 4. Now if we look at the village map, a 4 is going to take us to the castle. So this quest has gone up to the castle. As you can see, the 4 markers right there points us to there. So that's where the quest is. Now we have 3 quests on the board. I'm going to put the quest deck away. And then we're going to take the turn of our ranger. I think he's going to go after the quest, actually. And he's going to use his ability called Race the Hare. Because if we complete it, every hero gains a spark. And that's really good. Because remember, that's extra dice if we need them. Race the Hare. Elude with 2 dice. If you roll a 6, you must move to an adjacent location. That's okay. As long as we solve the quest, I don't really care. So we're going to do that. We're going to get out his dice. He does have a spark, but I'm not going to use it. We need to elude versus a 2, and each success gives us a token. We need 2 tokens. So if we succeed on both dice, we're going to complete it. Let's see if we can do that. Well, we did. We got a 4 and a 2, so we succeeded on both of them. So we completed this quest. We're getting easy quests. That's good. So each character, so we succeeded. Normally you just put tokens on there until you succeed, but we've been completing them in one turn. So we succeeded at that. We gained one for each, which was let us complete it. And completing it gives us every hero a spark. So it's going to be 4 sparks, one for the Acolyte, another one for the Ranger, giving him 2, one for the Mercenary, and one for the Mesmer. That is fantastic. Okay, that is going to end the Ranger's turn. Speaking of the Mesmer, let's do him next. I think he's next on our list. He's doing fine. He's in good shape. He's got a zombie horde quest. We want to lead the zombies away from the villagers that live in the swamp, which is again a similar thing. He has to elude 3. Now he is a Mesmer, so he's pretty good at eluding and things like that. But he's also good at fighting. Let me think what he's going to do. Okay, so first off though, we have to draw his event card. Let's see what that is. Twist of Fate. Roll 1 die and take the highest. Okay. Let's do that. I don't know why it says take the highest. I mean, you're going to roll the die. I guess you could choose if you wanted to, but we don't have a choice. Okay. We took 5. We got 5. Okay. The highest is a 5, so if it's a 5 or 6, plus 1 die on the rolls for the rest of this turn. Great. So he gets to add. See, like, this is weird because I could go in if I could attack the Necromancer, I could get lucky, roll a 7 and kill him, because that's what it takes to fight the Necromancer. But we're not going to do that. But I do get plus 1 on dice rolls right now. Does he have anything that allows him to elude? Because what we want to do is go after this quest right now. Or we could search. We got a difficulty of 4. It would be a 3. Unfortunately, his cool search ability has been exhausted. Let's see. I'm looking at his abilities of suggestion, consume dreams. He can fight. He can't really do much with evading. But we got 4 more turns to complete this. He's only going to get 1 dice. He's not the right guy for the job. We need to get the Ranger over there, which is possible. Let's do this. He is going to search because we need stuff. So and right now it's going to be a 3. So he's going to search the swamps for items. Well, man, he failed. Okay, because we would have hit a plus 1. We needed a 4, so we only needed a 3, and we failed. So that is a wasted turn of the Mesmer. Okay, and trying to get some things going here. We're just not having good luck. The Acolyte is not going to draw an event card. He is in monastery where we're going to take his turn. Now, what can you do when you're in the monastery? Here's the monastery only items. We can pray, meditate, and that's it. So he is going to pray actually. So he's going to roll 2 dice. He's going to gain, because he's at 1 grace too. He's going to gain 1 grace and refresh his powers. Then if he meditates, we're going to gain 2 sparks. I think he also, no, he can't get, yeah, well anyway, he's going to pray in the monastery. So we're going to get the dice out. We're going to roll 2 dice. Hopefully he has some form of luck. He rolled a 4 and a 4, and we have to roll what? For each 2 dice, gain 1 for each 3 plus. So he actually gained 2 grace. That puts him back up to a 3. That's not bad. And he doesn't lose any secrecy, and the Necromancer can't see him. So that's going to be his entire turn, unfortunately. But that makes him a little better off. And you got a spark from the quest that we completed. Now, let us go to that. It's all the players, so we're going to go to the Necromancer's turn now. That's not good. Also, he refreshed his power, so his Dark Veil power is refreshed again. That is a good thing for him. And now, so all 3 of his powers are active, or open, available, rather. Okay, first things first, we go to 5. We go 2 more, and the Necromancer is going to get a special darkness card power. So, we're at 5 right now. Now, let's go to the Necromancer's, we're actually got to put quest tokens on all the quests. We are losing time. So there's another marker on the zombie horde, and our first marker on the night terrors there. Okay, and that is that part. Now we got to roll for the Necromancer. He's in the middle of the table there, so we're just going to get the dice tower out, and we're going to roll to see what he does. Okay, he rolled a 5, so he sees a couple people. He's going to see the Ranger, who's got a, nope, Ranger's secrecy 7, sorry. He can't see the Acolyte, so he can see the Mesmer and the Mercenary. The Mercenary's in the mountains. We don't want him to go to the mountains. And so let's see, where would that take him? He's going to go to the swamp. I think we're going to do that because there's no blight there. Now you say, well, he's going to chase the Mercenary, right? Well, no, because the Acolyte does have this ability that he can use, and he can use it from the monastery. It says, exhaust after a Necromancer's movement roll to prevent him from detecting any heroes regardless of secrecy. So we're going to do that. So he doesn't actually detect the Mesmer nor the Mercenary, and he moves based on the dice roll. So a 5 is going to put him there, where he will drop a random blight. So we're going to draw a map card, and we're doing that in the swamp, and we're going to drop some skeletons. There's some more skellies in the swamp. There's some in the castle there. They must have spawned and came out of the castle to the swamp. That's them right there. And this is their stats right there. And they're going to go there with the Mesmer, who's going to have to flee next turn, unless he wants to have to fight the skeletons of the Necromancer. But man, we got to complete that zombie horde. I was planning on sending our ranger that direction. And I still am. Hopefully we can get it done in time, though. That's the question of the day. But that's going to end the Necromancer's turn. So let's wrap back around. I'm resetting all the tokens for the heroes so I can keep track of who is going next and do our next hero turns. We're going to start with our terribly depleted Acolyte. So he's in the monastery, so we're not going to draw an event card for him. And what he's going to do this turn is take the ability, or take the time to hide. And hide's going to refresh his power so that his blinding black is back. That power is back. And it gains him the secrecy, so he's now at 1 secrecy. And then when he moves next turn, he'll be at 2. So unfortunately, that's his entire turn. It's really, he got hurt so badly, it's really impacting him. Even though he's still being effective in helping to control the Necromancer a little bit. Okay, now let's go on. I think we'll do the Mercenary next. You can see the Mercenary up here. First we have to draw his event card. Let's see what he gets. Hopefully something, well, we're going to put on another quest. Nope. Startling news. Add a marker to a quest currently in play. Okay. If there is no quest in play, then instead draw a quest and roll to determine its location. Well, we have quests in play. So we're going to put a time marker. I'm going to put it on Night Terrors, because Night Terrors we got more time on it. So we're going to have, the same amount of time, 2 turns each on those. Okay, and then we're going to take the Mercenary's turn, and he is actually going to move. So he's going to move over to the castle. That's going to increase his secrecy back up to 2. And that's all he's going to get to do this turn. So he just moved over there and gained some secrecy, and then he might hide, or he's going to, man, we're going to try and get there. We only need 1 success on the Night Terrors, so he's going to definitely try it next turn. But at the end of his turn, he has to deal with the skeletons that are there. They are a 4 to fight, 4 to evade. So what is the Mercenary going to do? He's probably going to fight, because he gets 2 dice with fighting, no extra dice with evade. So let's roll and see. He just needs a 4. He rolled a 5, so he successfully evaded the skeletons there and did not gain any, or lose any grace to them. Good job, Mercenary. Well, he got over there. He's going to do his thing. Let's move on to the Ranger now. Saving the Mesmer for last, because the Mesmer is in the space with the Necromancer. But we still have to draw 2 event cards here and take the worst of them. So it's going to be the Watchers, because the Looters is 2. So on the Watchers, let's see what we get. We're going to compare it to our Darkness track. It's a 5. So it's still in this first one here. There's some lookouts, and we need to evade them with a 4. Good thing this is the Ranger. He can evade well with his Race the Hare ability, and actually that might help him. So he's going to evade the Looters in the space. We're going to roll 2 dice, because he is going to use his Race the Hare ability, which says elude with 2 dice. If you roll a 6, you must move. He's going to do that. He did not roll a 6, and unfortunately he failed to evade at all. So he lost his secrecy, but that just puts him down to 6. So he's still in the spot where he cannot even be seen by the Necromancer. And since I was planning on moving him this turn, it's not going to matter much. He is actually going to move, and so that's going to. Now he can't gain any additional secrecy from this, but he is going to move to the village. He's going to be safe in the village. The Necromancer's not going to see him because his secrecy is so high. It's at a 6. So maybe he can get rid of these guys in the village. But now that he's moved there, we got to look at the ones that are there. We got the spies and the crows to deal with as he comes into the space. So he's going to have to roll again an evade of 4. Again, he has his Race the Hare ability, so we're going to have to evade both of them, and we're going to be evading the spies. The spies just automatically lose a secrecy, so he drops down to 5 there. Now we have to roll. That's these guys right here, in case you're wondering. Okay, and now he's got to roll his race. He's using the race the hair ability again to evade the crows that are in the space. If he fails, he will lose his secrecy. He did not fail. In fact, he rolled really well, but he did roll a 6, which means he has to move. He's going to move to where we wanted him with the zombie horde over there. Now that's going to cost him a secrecy, but he's still not going to be found by the Necromancer. It's more likely to be the Mesmer. But we haven't taken the Mesmer's turn yet either. So let's continue on. We're going to move on, in fact, to the Mesmer. Okay, first thing we have to do with the Mesmer now is draw his event card. Let's see what he gets. Temptation. Compared to a secrecy. Well, the Mesmer's secrecy is a 3. So 2 to 3. Spend 1 grace or exhaust all powers. Well, he's going to have to spend a grace. That's going to put him down to 3. He is full at 4 maximum. So that's his event. Not a good event. Now, I got the Ranger there. I'm thinking I can leave the zombie horde alone because the next turn the Ranger's probably he's got 2 sparks. We're going to clear that out and get a supply cache. Now, when you start your turn, I don't think it's when you start. Yeah, when you start your turn, lose a secrecy if you're with the Necromancer. So the Mesmer's secrecy drops down to 2, and that means he lost a little secrecy, but he's not staying there. We got to get some things going. So he is actually going to move down to the swamps, or the ruins rather, where he will gain a secrecy back. That puts him back up to 3. And that is going to complete his turn. Unfortunately, that's all the characters' turns again. So we are now going back to the Necromancer. First off, we're going to increase the darkness track back to 6, up to 6. That's bad. We're 1 away from the Necromancer gaining a power, at least in the difficulty rate setting. So we're going to get one at 7, 14, 21. And so he's going to end up with 3 powers if we get too deep in the darkness track before we can kill him. Okay, let's go back and put quest tokens on our quests. Getting a little tight here on this. We got 3 quest tokens on the Night Terrors, which means we only have 1 more turn to complete that. We got another one on the zombie horde. We got 2 more turns to complete that, but we're going to wipe these out this turn. I'm not concerned about them. All right, now what are we going to do next? Now we got to move the Necromancer. So let's make his roll. Get the dice bowl out there, dice tower. You can see it. Okay. We rolled a 2 for him, so he didn't see the Ranger. Obviously, he didn't even see the Mesmer, and he didn't see the Mercenary either. So he's just going to move in the direction that's appropriate. So it's going to be down to the ruins. Unfortunately, we're going to draw a map card, and he's going to draw or drop a blight there. So in the ruins, he's going to drop an unholy aura. Let me find that in the stuff. Here it is. Okay, the unholy aura means that you're -1 fighting there. Okay, well, good thing we're not fighting in there, but there are now 2 blights in the ruins down here, and that is going to mark the end of the Necromancer's turn. I say we take 1 more hero turn, 1 more Necromancer turn, and then we'll call this video complete. So I'm flipping over all the tokens so I remember that they haven't gone. We're going to start with our characters. I think we'll start with the Acolyte, who's actually going to do something this turn. Now he's got a little secrecy on him. We need to get this shoe on the road. So the Acolyte is actually going to move down to the forest. Remember, he didn't draw an event card because he started his turn in the monastery. He moves down to the forest where he's going to stop. That's all he's going to do. That's his entire turn. That does give him a secrecy, so he is now at 2. That's not terrible. If he keeps on the move or does some other things, he'll gain some more. He's probably going to search there and see if we can get some stuff. Now, we got to get some mysteries going. We only have 1 clue. We need 10 to get a relic. So we're kind of hurting right now, especially with the darkness track up as high as it is. But that's going to mark his turn. I think next up we'll go with the Ranger, who's going to try and complete a quest. Okay, here's the Ranger, so we're going to draw his event card. Doing pretty good at remembering to draw event cards this session. Okay, refresh all your powers. Sleeping Pollen. Refresh all your powers, spend 1 secrecy, or draw 2 more events. Well, we will refresh his tracking power. That's good, because that's exhaust to travel and then search. I like that one. But we're going to spend a secrecy. That just puts him down at 4. He's okay. He's not taking on the skeletons. He's actually going to try and complete this quest. We're going to elude versus 3. Now, he is going to use his Race the Hair ability, and hopefully he's not going to roll a 6. He can still complete the mission. He's also going to use both of his sparks. I want to complete this because he needs to get 3 completion tokens. So we're going to have 4 total dice. He needs to roll 3 or better. He doesn't have any other bonuses. Let's see. Well, we did it. We succeeded, but he is definitely moving. However, we completed this quest. So he's going to get a supply cache. Let me get one of those out and put it on his sheet for a moment so I don't forget it. I'm trying to find one. Might not be a token for those. I don't remember. Let's see. Might not be one for the supply cache. I think it's an immediate thing. Let me look on the chart there. Supply cache. It says on the supply cache. Yeah, draw 2 power cards, keep 1, place the other at the bottom of the deck. So that's what happens, but we didn't get a zombie blight there. So this quest has been completed. We put it back, we get a supply cache, which means we're going to take the Ranger's deck. Yeah, shuffle it up. We're going to draw 2 powers and keep 1. Okay, 1 and 2. So let's see what we get. We get Pathfinding. Exhaust to move yourself and any number of heroes at your location. This is one of his basic powers. To one adjacent location. Each gain 1 secrecy up to 5. Okay. Go to ground. Whenever your grace decreases, you may gain 2 secrecy up to 7. Man, that's good. I think we're taking the go to ground. So he's got that ability now. The Ranger's really a cool character. I like him a lot. And then we put the other one back at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Good on you, Ranger. Now he's going to have to deal with the skeletons that are there. So he is going to use his Race the Hair. Oh, he's got to move, actually. He's not going to deal with the skeletons. He's going to move up to the castle, where he'll be able to search next turn. There he will have to deal with the skeletons. So he's going to use his Race the Hair ability. He's going to get 2 dice. And that's it. So he does that. Boom, he rolled a 2 and a 5. So he succeeded in eluding the skeletons. He does, in fact, gain a secrecy because he's back up to 5 now. Because it counts as a move when he moves out of a space, even though it was due to an ability. Okay, because whenever you change locations, you gain a secrecy back when you gain them when you do it like that. So that is going to be the end of his turn. That is the Ranger. We still have the Mercenary and the Mesmer to go. The Mercenary is already up here with the Night Terrors, so I think we'll do him next. Now, he only gets to roll 1 dice to complete this. He's going after... First off, we've got to draw his event card, sorry. A ruined Golem. Oh man, he's just got a big beast. He's going to fight it, I believe. Yeah. He's going to fight it. And then he's going to... if he fails, he's going to lose a grace. You may not use powers other than tactics this turn. So that's okay, because that's the only thing he's going to use is his fight tactic, which gives him 2 dice. So he needs to roll a 5 or better. Oops. A 3 and a 1. So he did not. So he loses a grace. That puts him down to 4. But I think he can use this now. No, that's after a blight. Nope, he just loses a grace. That's it. And then that event goes away. Now he's going to roll to attempt this quest. He needs to get 1 success. He's only going to roll 1 die, but he's going to use his spark to do another die. So he's going to get 2 dice. He needs to roll a 3 or better. Come on, a 4 and a 3. So he succeeded on both of them. That completes this quest, which gives him an item of a magic leer, which I'll tell you what that does. The soothing leer, it says discard at any time to refresh all your hero's powers. So he's got one of those now. He can refresh all his powers, and we completed this quest. Now, it's important to complete these because we did not want to have each hero draw an extra event. That would have been terrible. So we succeeded there. Now, he too has to elude the skeletons, and he's going to do that with 1 die. Or actually, elude or fight. I guess he'll fight the skeletons. Okay. A 6. He succeeded, so he warded off the skeletons in the castle. He's still kicking, and all is well there. He did not fight or kill a blight, so he does not lose any secrecy. He also doesn't gain any. And that is going to be the end of his turn. Now we're on with the Mesmer. Okay, the Mesmer is down here in the ruins with the Necromancer, so he's going to lose his secrecy. That puts him at 2. And what's he going to do? I think he is going to... He could search, or he could run away. He's got a 2. We could get him back up to 3, but we need to search. We got to get some mysteries done. So and it's not the guarantee that we have the ability to make sure the Necromancer moves away. So he's going to search there. He's only going to get 1 die. He doesn't have any bonuses to searching, which none of the characters do. That's not a good sign for us. We got a 5. We actually finally searched a location. So we search the ruins. That means we draw the top map card and we'll see what we get in the ruins. We're going to get a blue key, which I'm going to have to look and see. I think that means gain a key. 3 of these may be discarded. If you're playing with mysteries, draw a mystery instead. Okay, so we're going to get to draw our first mystery card. Here's the mystery deck. Did I do his... I did not do his... sorry, his event. I almost missed one. Upheaval. Remove all blights from the current location and create an equal number of new blights. Interesting. Okay, so the Unholy Horror and the Shroud go away. And we're going to... So before we draw that mystery card, we're going to draw a map card for the ruins and create a Dark Fog. What does the Dark Fog do? Hopefully that... I think I rolled a 5 on the... So if that Dark Fog does minus the search ability by 1, I still would have succeeded. I'm trying to find the Dark Fog, though. It should be a blue-lined card. Let me find it. Here's the Dark Fog, and it counts as 2 blights in the area. So, wow, I think that's a typo. I don't think that's what the Dark Fog does. Let me pull up another one and see if they're both typoed that way. Here we go. Okay. Now that's interesting. They say Dark Fog on the front, but they're like the Void on the back. Anyway, counts as 2 blights. We need a 7. It's got no effect. Otherwise, it's got no effect. Okay, so since there's supposed to be 2 blights here, do I draw another one? Let me see if the Voids actually have the Dark Fog back on them. That's funny, they do. Okay, so remember, this is prototype, guys. So the Dark Fog is actually the Void front side. So Dark Fog plus 2 search difficulty. So that means we actually failed at our search. That's just special. Now, let's draw another one. It would be the actual worst thing we could get. And then some specters show up there. Specters are creatures. Remember, we replaced the 2 blights. So they were there. So that changes our turn completely. We would not have bothered to roll. We would need a 7, so there wouldn't have been a point. Or a 6, rather. So we would have changed our turn. We would not have done that. I think... I don't want him following us to the... Well, we can avoid it. He's going to the... no, he'll lose secrecy there. We need someone with a high secrecy to go there. I guess it'll be the ranger eventually. But we're going to move him to the forest with the... Here, he's going to move. That's what he'll do. He'll move. That'll give him a secrecy of 3. And that's all he can do this turn. He can't take... His other 2 abilities are actions. He can't take them, so that's that. We're going to have to start destroying these blights, though, guys. So that is the end of our characters' turns again. But we've cleared the quests off the board. That's a good thing. However, we're going to draw our first darkness card because our darkness moves to 7. So the Necromancer is gaining in further power. Even though he's already dominated this world, he's getting worse. So let's draw a darkness card. What do we get? We get Eclipse. Immediately create a new blight at each hero's location. Okay. With multiple heroes, receive 1 new blight per hero. Blights beyond the 4th are directed to monastery. Wow, so this doesn't have a lingering effect. That's good, but that's terrible for our events because both our heroes... I'm having a bad luck game because we have 2 locations with 2 heroes each. So we're going to end up with 3 blights in each of those locations. I have a feeling I'm going to lose this one. Okay, let's draw 2 map cards and see what we get at the forest. At the forest, our first map card drops a Evil Presence. And then our second one is going to drop a Flux Cage. Oh man, okay. Let me get those and be right back. Okay, here's what the Evil Presence does. It's -1 for eluding, and this is what the art looks like. Pretty cool. And then the Flux Cage, lose 1 secrecy on entering and leaving. So we have to take care of those. Now we're going to go up to the castle. We're then going to draw 2 more map cards and see what we get. At the castle, we get an Unholy Aura and Spies. So the Spies are not the worst thing. They do ding our secrecy, but there they are. Here's the Spies. So we lose 1 secrecy each turn that we're there. That means this turn 2, and then we're going to get, what's the other one? Unholy Aura, which is bad. -1 fight die. So we're not going to want to be fighting up at the castle. And that is going to end the well, no, we still have to move the Necromancer. So let's roll the Necromancer's turn here. He rolled a 6. That means he stays where he's at, putting a 3rd blight there. But that also means he detected just about everybody. I don't mind that so well. Yes, I do, because if we go to okay, so our Acolyte's going to be using his Blinding Black ability again to stop the Necromancer from detecting any of the heroes. That means he's going to stay there. We will draw another map card for the ruins and put some crows there. And there's some crows in the ruins. I mean, we are dangerously close to taking a big hit on this game. And we're going to leave it at a cliffhanger right there. So that ended the Necromancer's turn. We have 3 blights in 4 locations already. That is terrible. And we're going to have to start dealing with them. I was going to do some searching up in the castle, try and get some stuff. But we can't stay there with all those bad guys there. We've got to kill some of them. The Mercenary is definitely going to take out a blight. So maybe the Ranger will search there and see if he can get another power. His powers are really good. Or maybe we take out 2 blights. I'm not sure which. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to figure that out on the next episode. So, thank you for watching episode 3, guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, my contest is still going. If you go back to the playlist and go to my channel updates, go to the one, not the last one, but the one before that, and make sure you're there. And then also help me get some subscribers or donate some money. It will contribute to a pool of games that I'm giving away. And if you watch that little update, you'll figure out which games they are. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Having a lot of fun with this game. I always have fun with this game, even when I lose, and it looks like we're going to lose. But you never know. I might be able to pull it off and turn it around. Let's hope and pray. So, guys, thanks again, and I will talk to you soon.